I had an intimate relationship with my sister when I was 15 and she 22. I can't get over it. When I was 15, I made out with my sister. Not stepsister. I have to admit, I liked it even if we knew it was wrong and all. Fortunately, it didn't go to another level of. We didn't have sex, but we were really intimate. And this wasn't like a one-time thing, it went on for almost a year. We made out a lot, almost every night. We had a bunk bed and shared a room, so our parents didn't suspect anything of us being in the same room all the time. She was my first kiss, my first with everything intimate except for the deed. I remember the feeling of her tongue on mine. I know nothing better. And I'm a loner. I have few friends. No girlfriend. Not a friend that's a girl. I couldn't get a girlfriend if I tried my hardest. My life is *king shit. I can't think of anything but my sister whenever intimacy comes up. I've managed to distract myself by playing hentai games with story in them. We don't talk much anymore. She's moved out from my parents' house. She's now 23 and lives with some other guys and girls. I saved some of her clothes so I can smell them. I'm a *king mess. If anyone I know finds out, my life is over. I hate myself, and I should hate my sister. She's the one who started it all. She's the one who *king kissed me that time. She was 22 and I was 15. It's wrong in the age aspect too, but I can't make myself hate her. I love her too much. If you want to know how it happened, I had a shitty day and held back tears all day. Early night, I just couldn't hold it anymore and I started quietly crying. Somehow my sister noticed, like any other good sister would do. She hugged me, rubbed and pat my back, played a little with my hair. But after a few minutes of that, she kissed my cheek. I thought it was a little strange for a sister, but didn't think much since I was crying on her shoulder. I felt so fucking pathetic. And I was and am a pathetic fucking idiot. After a while, I stopped crying as much and noticed that her shirt was all wet on her shoulder from my tears and drool. I hugged her and said sorry for crying and making her shirt wet and all. And Shy tried to calm me down while I was apologizing and starting to tear up again. Out of nowhere, she lifted my chin to look at her, and she slowly leaned forward and placed her lips on mine and held the kiss like that for a good 30 or so. All I could think about was, what the hell is going on? Does she like me like that? Do I continue? Is this normal for siblings? After she pulled back again, the stupid me pulled her back and made her kiss me again. But this time, she put her tongue in my mouth. I could feel it exploring my mouth and it felt amazing. The moment felt like an eternity and I didn't want it to stop. And that's how it all started. I've never told anyone this. Judge me if you want. It may help anyway. I just thought it would make me feel better to tell people about it. I guess I should also talk about how I feel. I cut myself, I cut my wrist, I cut my stomach and my chest. I've been close to cutting my face and once I was close to stabbing myself in the eye. The pain makes the thoughts go away or whatever, I don't know what it actually does. But the pain helps. And I have suicidal thoughts all the time. I want it all to end. The worry that someone finds out. The pain of loving your own fucking sister knowing damn well that it's wrong and an impossible dream. What should I do?
I hate my brain-damaged sister. I can't believe I am actually typing this out right now. It's making it feel very real. And before you say it, I know. I am probably one of the worst human beings on this planet. Around a year ago, my older sister, 27, widowed mother of 2 boys, 8 and 5, decided to, against every single warning made, get drunk as shit and wreck her car into a rock embankment outside of our town. She was life-flighted to a ICU, spent weeks in a coma and awoke in vegetative state. In the past year, she has slowly began to see some progress. Because of this accident, I was forced to quit my job, leave my friends, move across the country and back in with my parents to help take care of her and raise my nephews. I love them dearly, but I have never wanted to have kids, especially not forced upon me like this. She had the mind of a child now, argues about silly things, can't cook for herself, cries over everything, can't read, memory loss, partially paralyzed on her right side, has aphasia, and a list of other problems with me as her caregiver. She tell me how happy she is to be alive after such a bad car accident. I want to scream that I wish she would have died. Her boys are a wreck after losing their dad recently and now having a fucked up mom. My parents are spending all of their retirement savings for her treatments. I can see the years getting shaved off my dad and mom from the stress. I don't treat her any differently. I still tell her stories and laugh with her and do my best. But I hate the way I feel when I look at her. Did you even think about your boys when you got in your car? She is smiling and completely ignorant to the pain she has caused to my entire family. So I guess that's it. That's my confession. I have a deep, dark hatred and resentment for someone I love, and I will never let her know. Edit. I am a female BTW. And some people have said pretty horrid and cruel things, and I totally get it. But I already feel pretty fucking shitty about my feelings, so you can't really make me feel any worse. Everyone else, thank you so much for the support, advice, and feedback. I've read and appreciated every comment. A lot of the medical and healthcare advice I will be talking to my parents about, and hopefully the financial parts of this can be helped a bit. Thanks, guys. Much love.
I broke up with my boyfriend because he yelled at me. I'm a 29-year-old woman. He and I dated for about 8 months. Our relationship was fine. We did things together, we had fun. There weren't any obvious red flags, but I always got this feeling that he didn't value me much. At times he seemed a bit cold and acted like he was annoyed with me for no apparent reason. It all came to a head when, 3 days ago when we were hanging out at my place, he asked me to hand him the TV remote. I was sitting right next to him on the couch and was working on my laptop. I reached for the remote without looking and accidentally handed him my phone instead. Though it was funny after I realized what I had done. I laughed as I handed him the actual remote. He had that same annoyed look on his face. He began yelling at me and called me a stupid bitch. I was stunned. I have never raised my voice at him or disrespected him in any way. I did not deserve to be treated this way. I told him our relationship was over and asked him to leave. He told me to calm down and stop overreacting. I simply walked to the front door, opened it wide, and told him to get out and never come back. He walked out telling me I was being dramatic. The very next day, I returned the presents he had given me. They meant nothing to me now. My friends are telling me that I did overreact and I shouldn't just end a relationship because he yelled at me once, and have asked me to patch things up. His friends too began harassing me on social media. I blocked them all, his friends, not mine. I'm not going to reach out to him to try to work things out, as some people have suggested, because I know that I do not deserve this treatment. I've always treated him with respect and I deserve that in return. I just needed to tell somebody. Thank you for reading.